go ahead and pause the video if there's anything you want to know about my character, my gear, or my skills, because I'm here to put down an elder. Okay, so I was gonna let the elder cut down all these trees for me, but it looks like it's gonna take too long. So I'm just gonna put them down, and then we can get into the swamps, and I'll try to lure a troll or something over this way. So he'll destroy rocks with no problem, but it doesn't hurt trees. It's likely because he's elder. Good to know now. Alright, let's end this. I'm bored. Oh, he took those trees out. Why won't he take these trees out? Too hard. So the birch wood is too hard. That's the problem. Okay, so I'm gonna bring him up here. And then I'm actually gonna pop to the other side just to get him shooting at me over there more. That's good. Yeah, this fight is not as hard as I remember it being. I must have been way underprepared in all the previous times I took on the Elder. Are you coming or what, buddy? I need you to break up this copper over here. Try again. Is it better if I stand like right on it? So if you're gonna use the Elder to farm anything, whether it be copper or trees, just make sure you don't break line of sight because he definitely can't aim worth crap. Manage your iframes, and other than that, you should be good to go. He's not hard. And I mean, we're getting there. Come on, we're not done farming yet. You can't die. Is that all you got? There we go. Come on. We're getting there. There we go. Okay, more trees. Just a heads up, if anybody wants to use the Elder for, well, to do what I'm doing, take down trees. He can't take down birch trees, which means you can plant birch trees as a form of shelter while you're fighting the Elder if you want to just change it up a little bit, or if you want to restrict his movement, you know, whatever. It's easier than building walls you know he's gonna break. Also, if you're gonna plant a forest for the Elder to take down, you should probably do little chunks for you to go from, like go between while he's breaking. Because he seems to have trouble keeping track of you when it's a wall like this. Now I'm just gonna draw him a little closer, get him to finish off those trees there, and then put him out of his misery. And with that, the Elder is down. Swamp key, Elder trophy. It just, you know, it feels like a good day. And there's so much wood on the ground here. Alright, let's go home and rest up. Oh, a shaman did show up eventually. I didn't even use any of my potions. Peace out, buddy. What? Hello? Alright, now that the fight is done, let's take a quick look at my setup here. All of my troll stuff is up to level 3. My bow, ad gear, and axe are all up to level 3. I was using carrot soup, boar jerky, and deer stew so that I had a good balance of everything. Although I kinda, after the fight, looking back, I kinda wish I had more stamina, to tell you the truth. All the running around and bow and stuff, but that's on me. That's okay. I know for next time. I'm probably gonna do this fight a couple more times to finish the trees and get some clips for cinematic stuff. We'll see. But that's pretty much it. Oh, and I did end up setting up the portals. I used them once, but I didn't really need them. So I don't know if I got lucky with my Elder spawn or what, but it just, it felt easier than it did in the past. And that could just be because of the mod pack I used to play. I think it's time to finish off this spawn portal setup over here. Let's go see if our troll friend down here is still around. Hopefully he can help us finish off this mess here. Hello? Is there a troll around here I can poke at to come break some trees for me? Why is it when you're looking for trolls, they're so hard to find? Can you be quiet? I'm filming. Oh well, we'll come back to it later. So I'd gotten a comment asking if they had changed the old problem of when you do a bunch of terraforming, do things get janky when they're loading in? And either I just haven't hit the limit with my terraforming yet, or they've fixed it, because I haven't experienced any problems yet. But I'm gonna do my best to keep an eye out for funny loading or anything like that, and do my best to record it and highlight it so that I can answer that question better for everybody. But for me right now, in terms of terraforming, all I've really done is the road up and down this hill, this area here, the bridge, and then I'm pushing a lot of this down into the ground, or down into the water, because this is gonna be my dock. And then my dock house with all my storage. But I haven't noticed any funny loading yet. Everything seems to be working great. The only time I experience any kind of stuttering is when there's a world save and I didn't see the warning and I'm doing something that's really active. Somebody who's further along in the game, tell me, is this a hint to tell you where the Mistlands are? The way the branches are with the mist? Or am I just reading too much into the way the clouds are right now? Once I get a boat, I'm definitely gonna follow the branches to see if it tells you where the Mistlands are. I forget whose video it was, or I would 100% credit them, but I learned recently that if you hit shift when you're using your hoe, it'll level to the ground you're looking at, as opposed to the level you're on. For example, I am here, it will level to there, and if I look out here and try to level, it'll attempt to bring up the ground, but I don't want that because I want this deep for my boats. So I hit shift and I can level to down there. What? In the minor chance anybody's curious, my house has bed, fire, bench, table, chair, stool, bench, and then Christmas stuff in here, some banners, and my comfort is at 10, and that's what I'm rocking for right now, until I get into the swamps and get some iron. I don't really think I'll do much better, but I'm not rushing into the swamps like I said before. I want to get a little bit more comfortable here at home before I draw the eye of the swamp. So before I go too crazy with my terraforming here, I'm just going to give you guys a quick look at kind of like where I'm sitting. So here's where I am on the map. Spawn was right here. I have a little starter shed here, and then I moved here, and this is going to be like my main location for the rest of the game or playthrough. Everywhere that's dirt, obviously I've terraformed. I'm taking out this hill here right now. I've raised a bunch of this up, flattened out here, making my road there, and I have a bridge over the other side of the hill. I'm going to flatten this whole area out and turn it into the garden, so that as I get more food, I can garden and keep on top of my food supply and all the different types of food that are going to be available. Through here, I'm gonna have my dock and storage, because once the game gets going, most of the valuables come back on a boat because they can't come through the portal. And then I'm gonna leave this house here as is, and it's going to be kind of like my farmer's house. I'm gonna lure in some boar at some point, and tame 1 or 2 boars so that it looks like a farmer's place. Maybe set up some of the wood piles and things like that for aesthetics. And then I'm going to move the more forge-like things into a second house up here. Nothing's really changed yet on the bridge, but I was running over here to grab some stone, and I figured I'd include it because, I mean, it is a part of what's going to happen anyways, right? Okay, so out here I'm gonna put either a guard tower or a lighthouse or something of that fashion, with a signaling fire on top of it, because I'm gonna have another part of my settlement down this way. In fact, I've already started working on kind of what's gonna be kind of like the manse, and then back over this way to where I'm currently living. Come here, come here. I don't even think I can pick this stuff up. Come here. Alright, so over here, this is where my wall used to be. I'm gonna put a gatehouse for people walking in. I've also made a little bit of changes to my troll gate. I'm gonna do more here, but basically I just made a pit in case more than a troll is following me, so that they don't like get into the rest of my settlement. And I've just sharpened up the edges a little bit more of the path, so that if I do have a troll or anything else behind me, they can't just jump up and go around. And then here I'm gonna have a gatehouse that's gonna be attached to gates for boats, although I'm not 100% sure how I'm gonna pull this off yet, so I'm gonna address that when we get there. And then this is going to be my boathouse. It is going to extend over to the other side so that the boats are covered. I'm just going to wait to do that part until after I've got all my boats built, so that I don't accidentally build it too short. And this is the house I'm currently living in. These are going to disappear. These are going to disappear. I'm going to make the farm itself bigger, and then I'm going to isolate it so that it's like carrots, turnip, and all the other things that we're going to end up growing. And then up over here is where I'm going to put my new forge and my new house, essentially. So this will be where we come in. It'll drop down here. This will be like a loft area overlooking like the bedroom, and I'll probably have some cooking stuff and things like that. Up top here is where I'll have like the workbench and a couple of other basics, and then down there is where I'm gonna put all the like forge stuff, and I'm also gonna run a path this way and fence this in and make it all look like a whole yard, if I can make it look good. I hope I can make it look good now that I've said it. And then I've kind of started the terraforming of Touch. Just over there on the other hill, it was a ore node, a copper node. I ended up taking out a good chunk of the hill, so I'm just gonna tear it off and make like a giant house once I've unlocked all the building materials, and this is where my super fancy endgame house is gonna be. I liked the way it cut into the rock, so I'm gonna use it because I like it. Now I'm gonna kill these guys and get on with the game. Something I'm currently being reminded of, if you're gonna do a large scale leveling project, and this isn't even that large scale, you should level to building materials instead of leveling and then attempting to build. That way you make sure you just have good snapping points and connecting points if you've already started building. So I've got most of the layouts, or well, all of the layouts done. And mental ideas of how I want the buildings to look. So I'm gonna get to work on the docks so I can actually get a boat in the water before the end of the episode. And then we can get started on the swamps. For anybody thinking of taking on a project like this, be prepared to be frustrated, because the waves will cancel you mid-swing if they pick you off your feet. Okay, so with my harbor pretty much ready, other than this little island here, but I think I'm actually gonna use it as more of a natural channel as opposed to clearing it out. And then I'll have to go collect some stuff so I can actually build my boat, and then we'll be ready to go. So come back next time and we will be doing more exploring and getting into the swamps. Like and subscribe to let me know that you made it this far in the episode. I'll see you next time. Look at this butthead. Get out of here, I'm trying to have a maiden voyage. I'm actually just checking to make sure I can get a boat through here. Go away. Ah, it'll be fine. I'll just have a workbench like close so I can always repair on my way in and out. Alright. Oh, it feels good to have a boat. I'm so excited. Get some exploring done, actually get to see some of my map. I'm just hoping I made this long enough. That's what she said. I hope I made this long enough that like the big waves during storms and stuff don't come in and like hurt the boats. That was the intention. but obviously need to do better mob because I've done none.